What is up, my fellow gamers out there? Today I am celebrating, or probably I can say that we are celebrating, because our small community is growing surely, and we reached officially 500 subscribers. Yes, I know it doesn't sound a lot, and in the grand scheme of YouTube, 500 is basically nothing, but for me it means a lot. Just to put the things into perspective, let's check out this picture. On this picture you can see 500 people. And that is a lot of people. If I just check this crowd, and honestly, if I would have to go to a stage and present my gameplay and my game review videos to them, that would be interesting. But now I'm sitting here in this room and I'm talking to the camera, and you are watching this video from whatever in the world. Actually, just please write in the chat where are you watching this video from. I'm really interested where my subscribers are from. I know that most of my viewers are from the USA, but I'm still very interested because when I check my analytics, I see that viewers are popping up from around the world. Yeah, the magic of the internet, isn't it? Okay, so in this special video today, I would like to talk about a bit of the history of the channel, how it started, why I started, what the plans for the future, and where are we going from here from these 500 subscribers. So let's talk about history of the channel. Well, my very first upload was in 2024 on the 11th of March, and my very first video was about my favorite Nintendo DS strategy game, which is Tom Clancy's N4. And the reason why I started the channel was I like video editing and I like to play video games, and back then I really not really had a clear vision what I really want with the channel. But I know that I just want to create like relaxed, laid-back style gameplay reviews, nothing crazy like crazy cuts in 5 seconds, you know, just something which you can play in the background, listening to I don't know. So just some laid-back stuff. So I started to upload videos here and there, and if I look back those videos, like I can see progress, which I think it's natural, because if you doing something and you get better in things get better. And I think this is absolutely a good thing to see progress what I make. Even if I look back videos what I make like 6 months ago, I can see that things are a bit better, and I hope I can improve things in the future as well. And speaking about that video, my very first video, it's sitting at 1.6 thousand views, and it even gained 5 subscribers. So it's, even if looking back now, it's obviously the video is not as good, but for the first video, it's basically, I think this is normal to get things a bit rough, but this is where we started. And even now, I'm sure that a lot of things can be improved, which I'm sure I will improve in the future. And speaking about the improve, please let me know in the chat what would you like to see better, or just to improve on the channel, or change what could be improved, because I always open to feedback, because you guys are watching. So if you are not telling me what could be improved or changed, I'm not going to know. For a long time, my videos were faceless. I only presented gameplay recordings, and I was narrating my videos, and for quite a while I was thinking about to appear on camera as well, but I was debating that maybe it's not really important, because the main focus of the content is the gameplay videos itself, not me, because I'm not a superstar, so it's the games which are important, not me. But this idea was already, it was in my head, that somehow I think if you guys are watching the videos, it's better to see how like who is talking, and just to, if you can connect a face to a voice, it's just better. And honestly, running a faceless channel makes things more limited, because you cannot like present things on the camera, and a lot of options which you cannot do. And that's why I decided that okay, let's do the camera appearance as well, because maybe that's going to improve the experience of the viewer. So that's where we are going to continue. Maybe I'm going to do some shorts videos where I'm not going to appear on camera, where it's really not necessary, but I like to do these kind of intros where I introduce like the video, and I talk about briefly how my experience was. And as you guys know, at the end of the video I always do a short section where I talk about if you guys should play the game or you should skip it. And I think this gives some kind of frame to the whole experience. And you guys probably wonder how I choose the game, what I play, and how I do my review videos. Well, I have loads of games in my backlog, and what I do, I use a rotation system. Let's say we have 4 weeks in a month, and on the first week I played something really old school, like an 8-bit game, and on the next week I go to 16-bit, next week 32-bit, PS1, Sega Saturn era, and on the 4th week I play something like modern, which is not modern, which is made in like the 2000s or late 90s. And in this way I can enjoy all kind of games, because if I would stuck just at the, let's say that the 32-bit era and just play only RPGs, I would burn out. I love RPGs, but in my opinion, if you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, you're going to get burned out. So in this rotation system, it helps to avoid this kind of gaming burnout. And also it really depends on the mood, like okay, I'm fancy to play some FPS games, so I check my backlog, what kind of FPS games which are not played, as okay, I'm going to try this. And the same with the RPGs or any kind of arcade games or action games, and this system is working, and I'm going to use this as a future as well. Maybe in the future I'm going to do some kind of thematic months where I'm going to play just specific kind of game, or any kind of holiday season, this kind of thematic months which I'm planning. So I will see how it goes, and I'm not going to burn out in that month and just play that one kind of game, but we will see how it goes. Regarding the future of the channel, I'm not planning any kind of major changes. We go as we did before, and I'm mainly going to focus on old school game reviews and hardware reviews. And once the channel is going to be monetized, I'm going to use the earnings to buy better gear, better lighting, and of course buying more games and gear and handheld stuff to review, because I'm enjoying creating content. I love the process, how to just to think about new video ideas, like the editing process, and just to create content generally. I think this is what is most important, because if you know what you do, there's endless opportunities, especially in gaming, because if there are endless content, gaming is where it's just really just a sea of games where you can jump in and choose whatever you want to play. And also the main focus is going to be game reviews, but also I think now I find where I really want to steer the channel. I would like to lean into this nostalgia, which I think my main audience is really interested and can lean it, because as according to my channel analytics, the main age range is between 30 and 50. So the guys who are born from the 80s, 90s, and we can nostalgia about stuff where we grown up. And that's why I'm creating the save point stories, where I'm not doing game reviews. I just talk about old school stuff, LAN parties, and how gaming was back then, which I think all of us can relate to and do some kind of nostalgia. And also, if any kind of game has any kind of personal connection or memory, I also would like to share that with you guys, because even if it's not related to the game itself, it creates some kind of connection and something which probably everyone can relate to who grown up in this era. And it's in this way the review itself is going to be a bit more interesting, not just a dry game review where I talk about the pros and cons of the game and if you should play it or not. It gives a piece of personal connection and flavor to the review. And this is a really far plan for me, but if I'm going to be very big and going to have a lot of earnings from my channel, I really would like to have my gaming room. As currently I don't have a gaming room, I don't have a real big setup. What I really would like to do is just to create an old school, really good this gaming room with also gaming posters and movie posters, you know guys, you know the stuff, and with some cool neon lights where I can play old school games. And if that is going to happen, I'm going to create videos about that as well, how I'm going to plan it, and when the creation of the room is going to start, I'm going to document as well. But that is really is just in the far future. In the meantime, the backlog quest continues, as I have a lot of games to play, and I hope you guys are going to stay with me on this journey. And again, I really would like to thank you for being here and joining me on this quest. And I can see that most of you are coming back on a regular basis and watching my videos. Honestly, I'm really grateful for that, because it's good to know that somebody is really like enjoying the content what I'm creating. I'm not considering myself an expert in gaming. I'm just a fellow gamer. That's why I greeting you guys at the beginning of the videos, like, what's up my fellow gamers out there, because I'm not an expert, and I'm just a fellow gamer who is playing since I was 6 years old, from my first Commodore 64 computer, and I played through a lot of eras, different console generations, a lot of old school PCs to modern PCs, and I just sharing my high level overview of the games. And I'm trying to avoid any kind of mistakes in my review videos. I probably do, because even if I try my best to avoid this, mistakes happens, but that's fun, because we are just doing high level game overviews, not professional, really deep analysis of the games. So again, thank you for being here, and I hope that soon we're going to arrive to the 1000 subscriber milestone, and I can create a video again, and we can talk about what happened between the 500 and the 500 and the 1000 subscriber milestone, how the channel progressed, and what the future holds. And if you would like to check some game reviews, check out this playlist, or if you would like to check some old school save point stories, some nostalgic talks, check out this playlist. Thank you for watching this video, and let's continue the journey. Happy gaming!